guys, Amy here with Leap of Faith Crafting. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today I got a new tool. Actually, last week I got a new tool. So Xtool had reached out to me and asked if I would want to try one. Of course I said yes. I've been wanting a machine that can engrave different things and cut wood, thicker wood and things like that. So they sent me a machine to try out. So I'm just trying it out. I'm not an expert in this at all. So I just wanted to kind of show you just kind of some things I'm starting to do, and we're going to do my first project of cutting wood together so you can kind of see how it is to go through it as a beginner. So today we will be making this cute sign here. So I cut out this wood right here. We'll be going through that, and then the rock coasters and how to engrave those. Those are super fun. So the machine itself is nice. It fits. This is like an IKEA, the wide drawer. Fits perfectly right on top of this. Setting it up was actually pretty easy, straight out of the box. Just got this out, took all the styrofoam off. So all of that was super easy to put together. And then I just downloaded the software, and it kind of walks you through how to do things. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty new software, so they're adding lots of updates all the time. I did design my stuff in Adobe Illustrator because I'm used to that, and then I just transferred it over and cut from the software from there. So one of the things I really like about this one is it takes a photo, and I will show you that. Once you put your material inside, it actually takes a photo and puts that into the software so you can line it up on there. And so it's a really cool feature. So I will show you all about that, and then we'll get cutting. Okay, so I'm going to show you top down of the machine. So on the back side is where the on-off switch. So I'm just going to turn the machine on. And I have my USB cable here hooking up to my machine. And then the power cord is the other one. And then it has the vent that I have going outside my window. So you can see, I lift up the machine. I have already engraved this whole thing in here for the inches and stuff, because it usually just comes with these white things, but in one of the Facebook groups they had one of these it's just a little bit easier to place. So you can see that red light it goes right in the center. That's where we'll be placing our stuff. Okay, so this is the rock coaster I am using. So I am going to place it right in the middle here. I am lining it up with my lines on either side, on the top and the bottom there. And now I'm going to center it on the software. Okay, so we're going to open the Xtool Creative Space here. This is the software for the M1. Okay, and you can see as it pops up, it said image capturing. So it's already capturing my coaster that I placed in there. And you'll notice it's upside down because I'm recording this video after I already did it, this part of the video. So I just have it upside down so you don't see what's already engraved. So that's why you see those little feet on there. But it should be, you know, the flat side up right in the center as I showed you. And then I'm just going to insert an image. So I'm going to go up to image here, and I'm going to type in the image I made here in the PNG file. I already made the FBG file, so I just wanted to see how the PNG would compare. So I'm just going to click on that and click on open, and you'll see it brings it up here on the top side. Over here, it only gives me the option of engrave, but we are going to be engraving, so that is fine. So I'm going to move it down and size it to how I want it just by dragging things in. Just dragging those corners just to keep it proportional. And I'm going to center it within my coaster there. Okay, so I have it how I want it. I'm going to go into my settings now over here on the right side, and we are going to do laser flat because this is a flat material. And then under material, they actually have all of their stuff in here. So it makes it super easy. I'm going to click on rock coaster. Looks like it moved a little bit. So I'm going to move this a little bit. And the height raised is no. And it has my output as my Xtool that I have selected. I already have the M1 all connected to here with my USB. I do believe there's a way to connect by Wi-Fi. I just have not done that yet. So, and then it has the everything for engraving already, the power and the speed. So everything's already set up, okay? So I'm just gonna hit process. Click the start up here. And then it sends the file. So now it's telling me to push the button on my Xtool itself. Okay, so I'm going to push start on my computer. And it's telling me to push this button again. So I'm going to push it and it is going to start engraving there. And you can see my computer is telling me an estimate of 22 minutes. So we'll see if it takes that long. Sometimes it goes a little bit faster than what it says. So I'm just gonna let this go and then we will come back to it when it's done. So you can see my computer, it says it's all done. So I'm just gonna check and I'm just gonna open it up. And there we have it. Nice etched coaster. Okay, so I did want to show you, I did one. This is an SVG one. And one that, this is actually a PNG file that we just did. So I just wanted to show you, not really a huge difference on these. I am going to, anything that I do, I'm just gonna give it a quick sweep with some rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and just wiping it, and this just gets off any of the extra engraving part or black part. So there you have it. So the PNG definitely gives a more vibrant, if you can tell, look. Pops out, and the SVG kind of more faded, I guess you can say, if you can tell the difference between those. So just kind of whatever look you're going for. Okay, so those are the rock coasters. So now we're going to cut out the wood and check how that goes. So I am using 3mm plywood. Okay, so first I'm going to put in these razors. And this just helps raise it up so it can get some airflow underneath it. And then I'm going to put this on top of it there. And then we're going to go to our software and get it going. Okay, so I already had the software open. So you can see as soon as I I opened up my case and put a piece of wood in, it automatically took a new picture. But if it doesn't, I can always hit refresh and it will image capture again. So it shows up. So I'm going to insert another image here. And this one I am doing the home one that I created in Illustrator. So I am going to bring that in as an SVG here and open it. Okay, so you see when I bring this one in, it gives me the option to score it, engrave, or cut. Engrave is just what we did with the coasters. And then a score is if you want this like scored into the wood. So it'll kind of give that dark, not burn, but the dark effect on top of it. But I actually want it to cut. I want it to cut all the way through. So I'm going to click on cut and it changes color there. And now I'm just going to move it over. You know, it doesn't really matter quite where I have it because it's going to cut the circle out. So it doesn't need to be centered. Okay, so I am still doing a laser flat, but on this one, I am doing the 3mm plywood. So I'm going to do the pine plywood. So there's quite a few different type of plywood. And then the height raised, I put in those triangular prisms. So I'm going to put yes. So that raises it up a little bit. So it knows exactly what to do. So I have it on cut, and here are the pre things. The power is at 100 and the speed is at 4mm per second. And if I go down, you can see it's doing one pass. Okay, so again, I'm going to hit on process. And it's going to do that framing, but I don't really care where it's cutting, so I'm going to hit start. So my computer is telling me that it sent it and that I need to push the button. So it's going to go. Ooh. So you can see it's going, and there is a good amount of smell with the cutting the wood. So this is why we have the vent going out the window. So you can kind of see what it's cutting already. It's going around and cutting all of that. So, and it, you know, there's a nice wood burning smell in here, so that's why I have my air vent going out the window there. Get some of it out. So when it's finished, we will take a look and see how well it cut. Okay, so we are about 15 minutes in. We're getting there. You can see some of the parts even dropped out that were cut. So it should just be a few more minutes. Okay, so computer says it's done. We are going to lift it up. And that comes right off. So pretty cool. Clean that off. So there are some, probably because this was so thin, there are some burn spots up there, which I don't have the air assist, but I think that is what helps with it. And those super small spots. But so cool, right? Okay, so this is how it came out. Like I said, there are some burn marks on it, but I actually kind of like it, and I'm actually going to spread them over to make everything else a little bit darker, so then I don't really have to stain it, because I wanted to put some walnut on it, but I'm out of walnut. So if I just kind of move that part around. But again, this is my first wood burning, so you're learning with me here. So I just wanted to kind of show you a beginner's guide of using it. So this is the sign that I just got this at the dollar store. So I actually like how that looks, that kind of brown tone. So I'm not gonna stain it or anything. I'm just gonna use some wood glue and glue that down. Okay, so there is our sign. And then again, those rock coasters that we made. You know, relatively easy coming out of the box to get started making stuff. So I will still be kind of messing around with mine with some different settings and figuring out some more on the wood cutting, especially with those small pieces. But all in all, so fun. I wanted to cut thicker wood that's intricate for a long time. So, and I am a big fan of these rock coasters. This will never come off engraved in there. So I'm going to be making more videos as I get going and learn more. I'll have more tips for you and things. And also I will be doing one with the rotating so we can engrave some wine glasses and tumblers. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, happy crafting.